Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I appreciate everyone who watches and leaves comments, whether it's positive, negative. Either way, in today's world, everything is acceptable. So I encourage you to leave some comments. If you're a first-time watcher, I encourage you to subscribe. Enjoy doing these and sharing my experiences. What I would like to do with this video is really focus on Berkshires. Right now we're looking at the nickel plate 765, which is probably the most documented Berkshire. And just a little bit of history. The Mikado was the primary steam engine in the 1940s prior to the Berkshire. And the industry was looking for an engine that had a higher speed rate, more pulling power, and thusly the 284 Berkshire was born. And the first prototype was called the A1, and that was broken in on the Boston and Albany Railroad, and it was given extra tonnage and pitted against the Mikado for testing, and the A1 and now the Berkshire impressed the railroad so much that the Boston and Albany purchased 45 Berkshires for their own railroad. And so among the railroads that purchased the Berkshire was Nickel Plate Road, the Pere Marquette, New York Central, the Erie Railroad, Illinois Central, Boston and Maine, Louisville and Nashville, and the final one was the Chesapeake and Ohio. So the Nickel Plate Road was able to change its underdog status by purchasing the Berkshire. Actually, the Nickel Plate Road purchased 80 Berkshires, so that's pretty impressive. And so the most written about is the 765, the one we're looking at right now. So just some timeline history on the 765. So it was built in 1944 by Lima Locomotive Works. And the train last ran in June of 1958, so it was used for 14 years. And during those 14 years, probably a lot has changed. Doesn't seem like 14 years is a long time, but between 1944 and 58, the world definitely changed. The engine was taken out of commission in 1958. It was stored until 1963, and then the engine was moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and it was renumbered from 765 to 767 and put there as a display engine. And because the engine sat outside from 1963 to 1974, it decayed quite a bit, and so the engine was picked up by the Fort Wayne Restoration Group, and it was restored from 1974 to 1979. After the engine was restored from 1974 to 1979, again, it was run for a while, and then it was rebuilt in 2000, and it took 6 years to do that. So the 765 is an excursion train now and runs for various different historical events. And just a little bit of trivia for the 765. So in 2014, the Nickel Plate Road 765 was renumbered and renamed. So it was renumbered to 726, and it was renamed as Lionel Lines. And it was done so to support the LCCA with their 44th annual convention. So it was renumbered and renamed a number of things for different historical events and different movies. But today it's 765 again, Nickel Plate Road. So the engine that we have on the track obviously is a 765 Nickel Plate Road. So it's the Berkshire that Lionel made in 2017, and the SKU number is 684687. And this particular one I had weathered. I prefer the engines on my layout be weathered. They just look more realistic. And then when you have a weathered engine next to an engine that's not weathered, it's a huge difference. I know there's a camp that prefers weathered. I know that there's a group that does not. And so I probably like a little bit of both. So as an operator, I prefer my engines weathered. And as a collector, I prefer them not weathered. And so the reason why this guy got weathered is because the engine that was released in 2017, the steam chest, the steam box here, was a really bright gray. Didn't look all that attractive at all. And likewise, I prefer blackened rods. So I sent it to Harry Heike. Harry did the weathering. He also darkened the steam box and darkened the rods and did the weathering. But I do have, and we're going to test my iPhone zooming capabilities. I do have right there, although it's probably not all that greatly focused, is another Berkshire, another Nickel Plate Road, and that is 611454. And in my opinion, that's the nicest of the two engines, simply because it's got the smoke box that's got the darker graphite gray, and in my opinion, it's just a better looking engine. And I didn't stop there. I've got a Père Marquette, which is 1225, and then we've got another Père Marquette, which is 1227, and then just to balance everything out, I got another Père Marquette, which is the 1223. So these three engines, these three Berks, were in the 2017 and 2014 catalogs. And then I also have another Berk, which is the Chesapeake in Ohio, which came out of the 2014 catalog. So as a collector perspective, these haven't been run at all. It's probably just a throwback to my days as a old post-war collector, and some habits are just hard to break. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what we like to do, is operate trains. And so we're going to let the 765 go around the track a couple times. So the only reason we do YouTubes is to share the trains going around the track. So let's get started.
This is the dispatcher. Do you copy?
Roger that, dispatcher. I read you. Over.
Very good. Start up and hold.
Gotcha, dispatcher. Let's get to work. Out.
I hope you enjoyed the video of the Berkshire. It is one of my favorite engines, as you could tell. The only way that Lionel could make it better is if they were able to add steam to the steam chest or to the cylinders. That would be fantastic. But still a favorite. And one other thing I wanted to share is I know people like doing predictions. I am probably the least qualified person in the world to make a prediction. I'm usually the last one to the dance when it comes to finding out information, but I think 2024 is the 20th anniversary for the Polar Express, so I'm anticipating that Lionel in the 2024 catalog will probably have some more Berkshires. So my prediction, take it to the bank, as long as you got, don't mind a bounce check, and we'll see what happens. But I enjoyed doing the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to doing some more. Take care.